Here in 23, we're going to square this binomial. Now we've got a pattern for that, right? We did that a few videos ago. The pattern is square the first, multiply these two together, double it, and square the last. So let's do it. Square the first, we get 64. Plus, now multiply these together. I'll do this in two steps. The 8 is outside, the 5 is inside, so they're going to stay that way. When I multiply them together, I'm going to get 8 square roots of 5. But when I double it, I'm going to get 16 square roots of 5. And then I'm going to square the last, and we know when you square a square root, the radical comes off, so you get a plus 5. And then we've got that 64 plus 5, so how about 69 plus 16 square roots of 5? Now, as in number 23 and 25, we are squaring a binomial, so we'll talk our way through it. We'll square the first, multiply the two together, double it, just multiply it by 2, and then square the last. So let's get to it. We'll square the first. Now, when you square, we're squaring a square root. When you square a square root, we know the radical comes off, so we get a 3. And then we'll multiply the two together. Now, positive times negative is negative, so this is going to be a negative. Now, when we multiply these, the 3 is under the radical, the 5 is under the radical, so they'll stay there. We'll get 3 times 5 is 15, so we'll get the square root of 15, but we double that. So we get double the square roots of 15, 2 square roots of 15. And then we're going to square the last. And when you square a negative, it's going to be positive. Square a square root, the radical comes off, so we get plus 5. And then out here in the outsides, 3 plus 5 is an 8. Minus 2 square roots of 15. Now, what can we do here in number 33? Well, you can see we've got the same terms, but one's plus and one's minus. So we have conjugates, and we have that rule for conjugates. What we're going to do is square the first. So square the first. Now, when you square the 2, you get a 4. When you square the square root, the radical comes off, and we'll just get x. So we're going to get 4x. Put a minus sign and square the second. Square square root, the radical comes off, we just get a y. Very nice. Let's end this little section with these conjugates, right? We got a plus and a minus, same terms. So we're going to square the first, square that square root, that radical comes off, and we'll get 8x. Put a minus sign, square the second. 6 squared is 36, and we're done.